Discovery of fire and invention of the wheel. In this module, you will learn about how fire was discovered and the wheel was invented.
Mom, what are they doing?
Dear, they are sitting near the fire to keep themselves warm.
Don't they have heaters at home?
Perhaps they don't, Alicia.
Hare
Did you know
Krishna.
that earlier, during the time of early humans, there was no fire too?
Really? Then how did the fire come into being?
It is believed that one day the early human was sitting inside a cave. As he heard a lot of noise, he went outside to see what was happening. A fire had broken out in the forest. At first, the early human was scared of fire. But one day, he was sitting on dry grass and was sharpening his stone tools by rubbing them against each other. Suddenly, a few sparks fell on the dried leaves and caught fire. This incident led to the discovery of fire by the early human.
Oh wow, Mom!
Yes, the story of discovery of fire is very fascinating, especially when you get to know the benefits that fire brought in for the early human. Once the fire was discovered, the early human started cooking his food on fire. He also lit up his cave with fire. Also, fire kept the early human protected from cold and wild animals.
Wow! Their lives must have become so easy, Mom.
Yes, it also ignited a desire in the early human to discover new things.
So, did he discover any other thing too?
The other most important thing which made their lives more convenient was the invention of the wheel.
How was it invented, Mom?
Earlier, the early human carried load either on his back or on a flat piece of wood called sledge. But in both the cases, it was very difficult for him to carry loads from one place to another. However, one day he saw a log of wood rolling down from the slope of hill. This gave him an idea of putting round logs under the sledge to pull the weight, thereby inventing the wheel. Later, the early human fixed the wheels to their carts. This made traveling and carrying load on land easier and quicker. Also, after a long time, the early human learned to make pottery with the help of potter's wheel.
Wow, Mom! I never knew that fire and wheel, which we use even today, were discovered by the early human.
Let's recap. The early human learned to make fire by rubbing two stones. The discovery of fire helped early humans to stay warm and protected from wild animals. Fire also gave light to the dark caves. Fire helped early humans to cook their food. The invention of wheel helped early humans to carry load and travel on land easily. Over the time, the early human also learned to make pottery with the help of potter's wheel.